How's it going, YouTube? Baker here again from Big Boy Beats. Another quick video for you tonight. I'm going to try and do one at least every night, every other night, just on the productions that I'm working on. This is a remix of a track which I've pretty much got ready. I've done like a techno version of this using very similar bass patterns and similar vocals. I'll put a link in the description of this video so you can listen to the original techno track on SoundCloud. This is more of like an old school sort of like garage remix, but it's quite a deep and dark garage track. Nowhere near finished, but I just thought I'd share it with you and see what you guys think. So I'll start it now, and various points in the video I'll pause it just to give you a bit of a chat about what I did with some of the elements of it, and we'll go from there. Thanks. I hope what you're getting from this is the sort of mysterious vibe that I'm going for with it. I'm going for something a bit darker, a bit more mysterious, and I think that whole sort of like first 32 bar part of it really is quite minimal and builds up to this drop. So I'm gonna reverse it just a little bit and see what you think. So once again, nothing major, nothing too out of the ordinary, not overcomplicating it. What you've probably seen here is two different bass patterns. I've got the sub simple and I've also got the sub full. Now the sub simple, if I just take it back and I'll solo my bass group. You know what? I thought my microphone had broke then, but I'd soloed the bass part, so I couldn't hear myself talking. Yeah, I'm quite amateur, quite new to these YouTube videos, so I'll leave that in there though, just so you can see the errors I'm making along the way. Yeah, just a really basic sub-bass line patch. All I did is I took a sub-bass, put it into the simpler device, and just played it. You probably can't hear that at the minute, hold on. And that is all it was. You'll see as the track develops, I do put another bass line in there with it, and then what I'll start to talk about is I'll start to talk about how I EQ my bass groups. But I'm going to play the track through a little bit more, but I'll play it, say from this section here, so it's halfway through where you've already heard. Thanks. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to loop that section just so I can try and explain what I do in my bass groups. Obviously I've got two basses, I've got a sub bass and I've got a mid bass. I'll switch the view on this actually so you can see it a bit better. So there's the group. Again, poor housekeeping because I haven't named the group as a bass group as I usually do. Using simpler in both instances, just one sounds like sub bass, one sounds like a bit of a stabby mid bass. Now what I tend to do is anytime I have a bass group is I import an audio effect rack on it, and I create two chains. I have one chain which is just looking at the lows, and my low frequencies I normally leave to the default set about 250 Hertz, and then the second chain which looks at the mids and the highs. You can see I've turned the lows off and just have the mids and highs here. And what I always like to do on the mids and highs is just give it a tiny amount of reverb. Turn the wet dry down to about 45%, have the reverb on for about a second and a half, and that just gives, I suppose, the mids and the upper end of the bass just a bit more movement and a bit of space, especially on tracks like this where there's not a lot going on in it. It's quite a simple track, so you can be a bit more, I suppose, a bit more creative and a bit more risky with your bass frequencies. Rule of thumb really is all your bass should be in mono, and you shouldn't stereo it, and you shouldn't make it wide. But on a track like this, because there's not a lot going on, you can get away with it. So what I'll do is I'll just play that part of the bass line together for you again, just so you can see how that sounds on its own. So there you have it. Very much a work in progress. I'm not saying it's anywhere near finished. It's just an idea. Might not even finish it. What I tend to do with a lot of my, I suppose, my productions is I will just show you my folder here. You can see I've got archive folder there with a load of, I'll say a load of projects. I must have deleted a load, but I had a couple of remix, or one remix I was working on, and a wobble house track that I was playing around with, and I've got all these projects at the minute which are currently ongoing. Prove Yourself is a track that I'm working on with an artist from Stockton-on-Tees, great female vocalist. Something Special is a garage track which I have pretty much got ready for release, to be honest with you. I've got a few bits and bobs that I've got to tweak on it. Touch and Feel, this is the track that you're listening to now. We've got the UK garage track that I'm showing you now, and we've also got the TECHNO remix, which I'll put a link in the description for. I've got a grime beat that I'm working on, a hip hop beat that I'm working on, a house track, a couple of other garage beats. But yeah, this tends to be the way I work. I'll start a number of projects. Some of them I finish, some of them don't. This isn't my full-time job. I don't just sit at home and make music. I've got a full-time job. I've got a wife. I've got a daughter. Life takes over sometimes. This is more to me like a hobby, and it's something that I do to relax at the end of the day. So I thought what I'd start to do is just share my videos, whether it's 10 minutes a night, whether it's 20 minutes a night, whether I'll do hour live streams. I suppose the thing that's going to be the defining factor is if you guys start watching it. Obviously, if I'm getting no views and getting no likes and comments and subscribers, then I probably won't carry on doing it. So if you do like it, please put a comment in the comments, subscribe, and share the hell out of the video, please. Guys, thank you very much for your time. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again soon.